On this episode of RC Kicks, we're checking out this from FMS. It's the ultra realistic 1/12 Suzuki Jimny. If you like your detail, oh my god, you're gonna love this. Hi and welcome to RC Kicks. On today's show, well, we're going to be deep diving into this little beauty. And I have to say, FMS have literally thrown everything at this little car. It blurs the line between model and RC. It has so much detail and you can do everything that you can pretty much do with a normal car just on a 1/12 scale. It's absolutely beautiful. This is a licensed product from Suzuki, so they've really gone to town on getting that detail right, from the beautiful hard body that's on it, with all the little grills that actually go all the way through the body. You can open the bonnet and you've basically got an engine. Now, the battery lives in here and you actually have to remove part of the engine to put your battery in, and then you just clip it back in. The power switch is inside here next to the small 12-volt battery, and once done, you can just close the bonnet down again. You've got headlights, main beams, you've got fog lights, you've got indicators left and right, you've got indicators on the wings, as well as you've got indicators at the back, brake lights, reverse lights, a top tail light. Absolutely amazing. So who is this one for? Who is going to buy this? Now, this is not a cheap RC by any means. You're looking at £226 or roughly $299. Obviously, you have to shop around and it depends on what country you're in. So it's not a bargain basement RC for sure. So when I get a kit in for review, I like to think, well, who would be really interested in this one? And I have to say, this one is so detailed, it's probably more towards your modelers that would like to have a model that actually drives. Or it's an RC fan who just loves attention to detail, or someone who actually has an original one of these and would just like to have a model of it, basically. But the detail doesn't stop there. When you flip the car over, you have an amazing detailed underside with a full exhaust that goes from the engine all the way back through the chassis out to the rear, which you could definitely paint up. What looks like a petrol tank. Suspension wise, it is friction, it's not oil. That's probably one of the only things that I think maybe they could have gone for oil, but being that it weighs about a kilo, I don't know whether you'd actually improve the handling if it had oil or not. But the suspension seems to be reasonably tough at the front and very boingy at the back, so I don't know whether from a scale point of view that helps with the articulation when you're driving it versus if you had oil, whether it would be just too stiff. I honestly don't know, but the detail is amazing. The axles where you see all the bolts go for the real one, they've done that. It's actually got metal gears as well. The tires and wheels are amazingly detailed, and the actual rubber is really soft, so it should reasonably perform. Obviously, it's scale, so you can't expect too much crazy rock crawling. So the transmitter that comes with it is a bit of an oddball one. You would think it would be quite a simple one, and when you first look at it, you kind of think, okay, yeah, I'm not overly impressed with the quality of it being at the price, but when you look at the functionality that's actually on the transmitter, you can kind of see why. There's actual dip switch on the front, and you can set them. That will adjust how the lights work and function when you actually press the button on the side, which will activate the lights and turn on the main beams. The dip switch will actually set different kind of scenarios with the lights. so you can have it do different things. It's all in the manual. I wouldn't say it's the most easiest thing to understand, but really I personally just played around with it for a little bit. But being that it's got a 2-speed transmission in it, it crawls really slowly, so you can actually have it very scale, and then when you want to do a bit more trail walking with it, you just change it up to the high gear and that gives you a bit more speed. Like most of FMS's stuff, the box that you get with it is fantastic. I really like that from them. On this one, you can just plonk the car straight back in the box for storage or for taking around, which is really good. I did a review on another FMS truck, but you had to dismantle some of it to put it away, which I wasn't too keen on. But on this one, you can just drop it in and take it, or if you're going to store it, you can just put it up on a shelf, which I think is really good. And I'm not sure how many other companies are doing that, but that's definitely a thumbs up to FMS. You get a standard USB charger and a hex. I'm not quite sure what you can do with that apart from maybe take off the wheels. You get a full manual in there, also explains how all the dip switches work, as well as an exploded diagram, which is great because if you wanted to mod this, you've got all the instructions on how to actually dismantle it. Now I'm guessing that if you like your scale rigs and you love attention to detail, this is right up your alley, but you could also take it further by weathering it, painting up a few bits and pieces like the exhaust pipe for instance and the petrol tank. You could dismantle it and paint up the interior even more. I get the feeling they've given you a highly detailed kit that you can then take to any level you really want to. Right, let's put the battery in it, fire it up and see how it drives.